I'll be the definer. God said, the day that comes, Adam, and Adam is every human being. We are all Adam. Christians, non-Christians alike. He said, my beloved child, the day that comes, you become the definer of what is good and what is evil. Your beginning will be good, but your end, rest assured, will be evil. Mom, out of love and concern. Dad, out of love and concern, come to their children. My son, my daughter, I beg you, don't mix with those people. Don't call them friends. Don't associate yourself with them. Don't go out. Don't be late. Where are you going? What are you doing, my child? Listen to mom. Listen to dad. The children come back and say, enough, mom and dad. Whether you like it or not, you need to face the inevitable. This is Australia. This is not some village in the Middle East. And if you don't like it, mom and dad, well, tough luck. Because, mom and dad, I as your son, I as your daughter, I am the definer of what is good and what is evil, not you, mom and dad. So I choose my friends, and I say who are good for me and who are not. So when they define what is good, they misdefine it. And when they define what is evil, they also misdefine it. In both they fail. That's why at the start they're having fun, at the end they're drinking poison. For true and righteous are his judgments. God is the only being that qualifies fully, completely to define what is good and what is evil. For God to allow an illness coming my way, that illness for me is bad, it's evil. God says, no, you are defining it as evil, but for me it is absolutely good. You are I'll lose you. I make you, I will lose you. God is just and is true when it comes to his judgments. He never fails. He never misses the mark. He knows exactly what is good for you and what is not. And that is why when you go through some rough seas and you've been praying for a little while for those rough seas to come to absolute calmness and serenity, and if those prayers are not being answered back quickly, swiftly, it is being delayed, do not panic, because God sees, God knows, and he is in control. Don't ever think that he has forgotten you. Don't ever think that he has forsaken you. Don't ever think he has walked away and left you behind. Impossible. But God knows when to bring you out of the rough seas, when to bring you out of the dark tunnel, when to bring you out of the illness, when to bring you out of the tribulation. Trust in the Lord, for his judgments are true and righteous, just. He never fails. He does it all for your goodness, for your well-being, for your growth, for your advancement, for your enhancement, for your enlightenment, for your construction and being built. He wants you to be strong. Look at our father Joseph, the just. What I mean by that, I'm talking about our father Joseph of the Old Testament, not the new one. Even our father Joseph, the just of the New Testament, amazing. But look at our father Joseph in the Old Testament. He was loved by his dad, Jacob, the most, because he is the child of Rachel. the one who worked for 14 years slavery just to marry Rachel. Leah, her dad said, I'll give you Leah for free, brother. Laban was his uncle. He said, I'll give you my other daughter Leah for free. He said, no, I want Rachel. He said, you better work 7 years like a slave for me. He said, I will work, she's worth it. Hey, Rachel, you're worth it. Yeah. He worked 7 years, and then after the 7 years he said, okay, my 7 years are up, I want to marry her. He said, she's not cheap, brother. Another 7. He said, she's worth it. 14 years. She gave him 2 sons, Joseph and Benjamin. By the way, one of the main tribes in Israel, the real Jews in Israel, are from the tribe of Benjamin. One of the main tribes now. Now that's Rachel, yeah? Go, Rachel. Joseph was loved. God showed him in a dream that his brothers and everyone will come and bow before him. Now Joseph, when he saw that dream, he said, wow, that's amazing. Look at what God is doing for me.